Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again. You're listening to World Combat Sports. What's good? If you're in the building, drop a comment. Let me know you in. You in, and also hit the thumbs up button. You know what I'm saying? Share the content and subscribe to the channel. It's always appreciated. 2021, we still rolling. You know what I'm saying? Wheels spinning. And you know what? Them horses are galloping. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that engine power. World Combat Sports is driving through traffic. With another one today, the state of emergency team Haney respect in boxing. Tank versus Flash is big bank, take little bank. That's the title of the day. And of course, every other miscellaneous topic that we choose to speak on, it's all good. But if you in here, TJ Sports, what's good? Salute to you. If you in here, drop your questions, your input. So I always like to kind of, give people a visual on my thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? Check out the thumbnail, Operation Blacklight. And don't ask me what it is. It's military jargon. You know what I'm saying? Operation. This is an Operation Blacklight that definitely is going to be one of my mantras moving forward. My thumbnail is basically encompassing the lightweight division. Because right now it's a lot that's going on in the lightweight division that the individuals are making moves. It's a lot of moving parts in the lightweight division that I like, and it's some that I don't like. So if you're looking at it, you have Team Haney with the anchor. They're being held in place for moving forward the way they should be with a name like that. You know what I'm saying? They're being anchored down in the lightweight division and in boxing. Lomachenko, of course, his hot air balloon is descending. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it comes down to a point where he's just coming off that loss with Teofimo Lopez, and he has a full load of excuses. Garcia is making headway right now. It's highly possible, that Garcia faces Gervonta Davis. And this may crack a lot of people up, but why is Garcia able to make a bigger fight than Devin Haney when he is supposedly on the lower echelon of the ladder when it comes to the lightweight division? Why is Garcia not calling out Haney after he beat Luke Campbell? You know what I'm saying? He's calling out Gervonta Davis. That's a lack of respect. This is your mandatory. So I'm talking to people, and they saying, well, he's going to fight Haney because he's the mandatory. You have to know how the process works with the amount of months that he has to face Devin Haney. It's a difference between fighting for a vacant title, all right, and then already being the champion. So therefore, Ryan Garcia and his social media followers, he has a lot of people that's believing that he would be a damn good fit to step in with Gervonta Davis. And Gervonta Davis himself has said, you know what, I want to face Ryan Garcia. He said that a while ago, several months ago. He said he wants to face Ryan Garcia. He still wants to face Ryan Garcia, even with him coming off the canvas. Even with him coming off the canvas, he still wants to face Ryan Garcia. Now, call it what you may. It might be, he sees a prey out there in Garcia. He sees him as being a boxer who's very green. I can't call him a tyro, but just to the point where there's a lot of areas of his skill set that needs polishing up. You know what I'm saying? Before he steps in there with Gervonta Davis. And I truly believe this fight's going to happen. But it's getting more exposure than Team Haney. And a lot of why I'm on the gas with Team Haney is because this is a perfect example on homesteading or staying buckled in, too long and making good decisions and moving forward, because Team Haney should be the one that's in these positions if you're the bigger name. Not someone like Ryan Garcia coming out of nowhere, fighting a marginal opponent and Luke Campbell getting dropped and people still praising him once his souls, stand back up and he's able to now land a body shot. No one is even talking about him being knocked down. But I am. I'm talking about it because it's a fact. He was knocked down. So you take Garcia and Davis. I'm going to tell you some shit right now. I believe Garcia and Davis, all right, will potentially do more numbers than Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. More numbers than Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia. Bigger numbers than Errol Spence, Sean Porter. I believe this fight right here, coming out of nowhere, and I like the element of surprise. We use it a lot in the military, element of surprise. I believe the element of surprise right here is going to shock a lot of people when this fight get made. I'm back. Received the phone call. But back to what I was saying. Garcia and Davis is coming out of nowhere, people. They're gonna do it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be more than what people think. I'm not saying it's gonna do more viewership, higher viewership than Teofimo Lopez and Vasiliy Lomachenko, but it's gonna do grand numbers. I do believe that wholeheartedly. I do. And then Teofimo Lopez, he's at a point right now, sitting atop the throne, where he can make all the decisions he chooses to. You know what I'm saying? Those decisions, of course, can happen when you have faced the likes of Masayoshi Nakatani, Richard Comey, and Vasiliy Lomachenko. You can make those decisions because you're at the top. So when you're at the top, you can pick and choose. And what better place to be in your first division where you have earned these championships? I totally commend Team Lopez for the decision-making process that they've been able to accomplish. Now I demand Team Haney from here on out place themselves in a position to make the decisions instead of being dream chasers. Yeah, I said it. Team Haney need to stop being dream chasers. They need to be the ones that's making the decisions. I try to explain to them without any hate that all this IG flashing goes so far, especially when you have to go online and visit all these freaking platforms, these segues, and people hearing you change your story up. The one thing about voice, when it's recorded, it allows anyone and everyone to have access to it. That's what your voice is doing. Individuals like myself can take snippets, archive them, and then bring them back up to the surface whenever I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you have to talk up a game and you have to direct traffic with your voice. Javier Fortuna. Yeah, Sam, you might have came on here and said what he said. That's not even the topic of discussion. Javier Fortuna, like I said before, I don't have too much ultimately high praise for Javier because I seen him what he did against Adrian Granados in Texas. He wasted my freaking time. Forget him. Forget Javier right now. You go and you say you're chasing Vasiliy Lomachenko and you're the mandatory and blah, blah. And then we already know the history of how you picked up the belt. Okay. But the progress wasn't made. And before that, the WEC was giving you the SOS saying that y'all wasn't getting, the winner of that that BS tournament wasn't getting Vasiliy Lomachenko. It wasn't guaranteed. They already had plans to make him a franchise champion. So the disconnect there is them creating another belt that separates them from their subordinates and allows them the authority to pick and choose who they want to fight. Leaders should have seen that already. The leaders redirected. They took a different route, went to the IBF, and then faced a freaking trifecta. A trifecta of tough opponents. And we have clarity that Masayoshi Nakatani is for real. Look what he just did to Felix Verdejo. We have the paperwork and the understanding that Richard Comey was a tough champion. Regardless of what people say, Richard Comey was the champion. Bona fide, legit, authenticated, validated. He was the champion. Bad matchup against Teofimo Lopez, who crushed him in 2 rounds. I was one of the people that had the picture of Teofimo Lopez long before he got the shot with Richard Comey. But it was destined for them to fight. When we was in Texas, Richard Comey, the champion, and Teofimo Lopez, him coming off his win, they're taking a picture together, understanding that they will fight in the future. And Teofimo Lopez likes Richard Comey, but he went in there and destroyed him. He destroyed Richard Comey, crushed him. That's what you do when boxing is a business. That's what you do when boxing is a fucking business. And I reiterate this, when he was calling Vasiliy Lomachenko a bitch in the media, I was at that media scrum too. He called the man a bitch in the media. He said he's a prima donna. He was calling the man out. Vasiliy took it upon himself. I don't need no rematch. I'm going to win this. Forget that. No rematch clause. I'm beating Teofimo Lopez. What Lopez them do? They went in there and they won the fight. So I'm not here to be a messenger to some of these channels who refuse to give Teofimo Lopez respect. How can you go up here and pit Lopez against Haney as if it's something that he has to do? If he chooses to do it, I'm on board. I want to see the fight. But do he have to do it? Just I always like to get role reversals. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're talking to junior troops, you have to put yourself in their position. You have to do role reversal. If Team Haney was in Teofimo's position, he would be everywhere, just like Lopez Sr. said when I interviewed him a couple of days ago. If they was in his position and they was the unified champion, they'd be all over every magazine. They'd be all over every hip hop, every motherfucking All the Smoke. They'll be everywhere right now. Y'all know it's true. They'll be everywhere. He's the best lightweight in the world. Look who he fought. And I would have been like, damn, I would give him his respect. They fought some tough ass opponent. I would give Team Haney their respect, man. Bill called me a hater congratulator. And that's absolutely a cacology on his part. That's absolutely a deficient observation as who I am. I'm not a hater congratulator. That's just called keeping non-biased. Just because I'm giving criticism or I'm expressing criticism on someone doesn't mean I'm a hater. I think black people in general need to stop when their own people give them criticism to say that they're hating. Just because all blacks are supposed to agree with one another, but yet have a problem supporting one another. It's difficult to explain that shit to certain individuals. But the congratulations part is me being non-biased and say, when it comes to boxing, they did what the fuck they supposed to do. I salute you. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck I'm talking about. D-Ray in the building. What's good? Transcendent Sports Channel. Salute, brother. Hope you're good. What's good? Hope you're good too, man. Appreciate you. Salute WCS, the chat, fam, brother, champ. Dream Takeover. Y'all be calling me my government name. Okay. I feel you, bro. I feel you. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I salute you, bro. You know what I'm saying? D-Ray in the building. But calling somebody hater, congratulator tells me I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Because obviously you're not Seneca J in the building. What's good? Salute, man. Obviously, you're seeing that I'm providing criticism with my own opinion. And also when that fighter, whoever I criticize, if they're doing something what they're supposed to do in the lens of boxing and in the lens of the boxing fans, the audience, I'm basically providing them a positive response, a retort to what I said about them earlier. I'm not congratulating them off the hate. It's just keeping it non-biased. And right now, Team Haney has an anchor. They're anchoring. They're dream chasers, y'all. Team Haney needs to step away from being dream chasers. You say it's Devin the Dream Haney, but his career right now is turned into a bad dream. It don't matter if he has the WBC belt. It's how he got it. The boxing fans are very unique individuals when it comes to who they support and how long they support them. We know that shit. But right now, you should have been in the driver's seat. You should have sit up here and had a sit down and understood what would be more effective. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it would have been better to abort the mission with the WBC. Not stay there because you thought Vasiliy Lomachenko was going to provide you the inlet. You thought Vasiliy Lomachenko was your friend? Who told you that shit? You should abort the mission and say, you know what? Fuck that. This is what I see over here in the IBF. Check the rankings. Get with your team and everything. Check the rankings. Let's go over here to the damn IBF. Who did not tell Team Haney that a franchise belt was on the way for the WBC? We already know it was out there for Canelo Alvarez. No one gave you a pre-warning that damn WBC franchise belt was coming to Vasiliy Lomachenko. No one on your team, you couldn't have sent the damn LPO, OP out there to find out the incoming, give you a goddamn correct coordinates and radius so you can put up your resistance and set your perimeter up. That's all I'm saying, Team Haney. You had all the area to cover, to be in the same space as Team Lopez right now. And yes, when people say you would have been on, when Lopez Senior say he would have been on all the magazines, you would have. If Haney would have did that and became Fighter of the Year, right? He would have been on every fucking magazine you can imagine. Because he did it the right way. He became the motherfucking unified champion. Now he making the calls. So if Team Lopez came up to Haney, do you believe they'll make it easy for him? Do you think Bill would have made it easy for Team Haney? They wouldn't have. They wouldn't have made it easy. And then I'm on record to say, I'm not even sure if Teofimo had the WBC belt. I'm just flip-flopping a little bit, right? If this is a chance. If Teofimo Lopez had the WBC belt, I'm not even sure Team Haney would have offered him, gave him the opportunity, having that franchise belt, to say, let me fight you. Go ahead. I'm going to fight you next. Who's to say they won't? Hey, Ryan, we the unified champion, man. You just defeated Luke Campbell, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's make this money. It's all about money over here with Team Haney. I need some more shit to put up on IG. This is very important for people to understand, because to be a leader, motherfuckers want to shut you down, right? Not to get off subject, But when you mention the military, when it comes to leadership, people want to shut you down because they don't give a fuck about hearing about it. I understand. I get it. But then sometimes being in a structured environment where you have to make decisions and be in charge of people, it forces you to learn. It truly forces you to learn. And when you're living out here in civilian pop, things are handled differently. If you're able to make money a certain way, cool. Make as much as you possibly can. But in this particular division right here, in the lightweight division, it's pretty much illuminating individuals that doesn't or did not have the decision-making process or the leadership skills where they're supposed to be to redirect, go a different route. If you really want to be in the position of Team Lopez, you should have absolutely went in that direction if you felt that it would get the damn Vasiliy Lomachenko in the interim. Maybe you and him should have been both over there at the IBF and hopefully to fight one another. Because God damn it, Masayoshi Nakatani was ranked higher than Teofimo Lopez when he went over there to the IBF for that IBF eliminator. Teofimo Lopez was not getting Richard Comey unless he fought that killer in Nakatani. He wasn't getting that shot with Comey. If Nakatani would have defeated Lopez, Nakatani gets the shot with Comey. But then we look at it this way. They might have looked at that lineup over there at the IBF and say, shit, I don't know if I want that motherfucker. Because they can say what they want about them Japanese fighters. They fight off a different spirit. Nakatani's tall. You know, him and Michael Williams Jr. is the same height, if not Williams a little bit taller. But he's a tall fighter. Rangy. Nakatani's tough. Improved his resilience when he stepped in there with Lopez. Damn good fight. All the hoopla and mumbo jumbo that was over here on social media, people's like, Nakatani was whooping Lopez's ass and this, that, and the other. But the last time I checked, it's boxing, right? It's boxing. So, you know, just like people love to use Floyd Mayweather's quote, a true champion will adapt to anything, right? So therefore, Teofimo made the changes and he did what he had to do. Team Haney needs to find out a way to never allow themselves to be behind the motherfucking sprint again in boxing. They need to find a way not to allow themselves to be trailing from behind in any division, because this is the first division where they've been able to receive a title, which in receipt of that title is nowhere, shape, and form that they can prove to anybody, especially myself, that they fought for that title. First and foremost, the respect is always going to say, who did you fought? It is absolutely an ink spot on a white shirt on his career with Devin Haney. It's going to stay there. It don't matter how much you wash it in the media and you goddamn put that verbal detergent on there and you think all your words is going to goddamn take that spot out. You're going to damn fit, the load's going to finish. Motherfucking lights are going to damn, you're going to take that motherfucker out. You're going to shake it knowing it can't do shit for that ink spot. And you're going to look, God damn it. Motherfucking ink spot still on this bitch. This division is going to be an ink spot on Devin Haney's career. All from trailing from behind and unwilling to abort the mission. They somewhat did the same shit. I would say that Terrence Crawford did. Terrence Crawford went up there and he wanted to fight Errol Spence, but yet he went a different route, right? I mean, I'll take that back. That's a poor analogy. Let me just put that on the shelf, because Terrence Crawford actually fought a champion. Terrence Crawford actually defended his title 4 times. Terrence Crawford actually been going in here getting the business done. But for Team Haney, this lightweight division is so hot right now. We have Ryan Garcia coming off coming off the canvas, about to step in here with Gervonta Davis. Ryan Garcia is about to get the biggest fight of the lightweight division in 2021, y'all. Ryan Garcia. The social media star. He's about to get the fight with Gervonta Davis of Mayweather Promotions. A fight like this, with the Haney name, he should be the one in this position. You show up to a fight, it doesn't matter what type of attire that you have on. It doesn't matter what type of brand name it is. When it comes down to the ring and Ryan Garcia not calling your name out, Haney, that shit right there hurt. I know that shit hurt. When Ryan Garcia is saying, Gervonta, where you at? Gervonta, where you at? This is, this is who I want to fight next, Gervonta. And Haney, we'll get around to Haney. We'll get around to Haney. That's a boy, we'll get around. You don't want, that's just like a girl treating you like a best friend. You're going over there to do other things. You know what I'm saying? Get physical with other areas. You're going over there to get physical because there's affection in your mind. But she's trying to say, no, you're my best friend. We'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? We're okay. But you're just not cool enough, right now for me to commit to calling you out there, Haney. Me and you boys. We're boys. You know what I'm saying? But we're not cool enough for me to want to fight you right now because you're not going to sell them tickets. Now, that's a different type of message that's coming from Golden Boy, because Golden Boy act like, no, we don't want Ryan Garcia to fight Gervonta. They're digressing. They're basically staying idle right now. In reality, they are truly pushing for this fight to happen because Golden Boy makes money. All right. Mayweather makes money. Gervonta makes money. And Ryan Garcia makes the most money that he's ever made in his career. And I'm assuming also Gervonta Davis. But more so, Ryan Garcia just picking up the interim title. And even Ryan Garcia has bragging rights over Devin Haney. You know why? Because he fought for the interim championship. He fought. If they ever was to get into a motherfucking back and forth and talking shit to one another, he said, well, when it all comes down to it, my bro, I fought for my shit. When it all said and done, I fought for my shit. Devin Haney will always have that ink spot on the shirt. What's going on? Mark Nash in the building, man. Salute to you. Breaking beats. Support WCS non-biased commentary. Mark Nash breaking beats. What's good? Salute my brother. You know what it is. All day, every day support. Fall back. What's good? If he wears the belt to the ring, you the champ. Email or text. Hey, I never said you wasn't the champ. I never said you wasn't the champ, D-Ray. That leaves little to no debate here. You know what I'm saying? Your description is that of a champ. For real. That's your description. A lot of people can wear the description, but whether they, it's always going to be left. Like you can be a descriptive champ, but the respect level is how did you become champ? That's always going to be the lay of the land when it comes to boxing, that D-Ray. You know that. Fall back. What's good? Great content as usual on lunch. We'll catch your playback as always. Just put that like button in the RNC and choke it the fuck out. I hear that fall back. Submit. You know what I'm saying? Put that submission in there. Salute. Appreciate you pulling up there, fall back. The Q Barber, you changed your name. What's good? Bill is a talker, but at the end of the day, you got to take those hard fights. I totally agree with that. I absolutely agree. Shout out again to Mark Nash. Alexander in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Mitch, what's good? What's good? Salute, man. He said Ryan versus Tank is a bigger fight than Haney versus Lopez. Ironically, Haney versus Lopez is a better fight. That's true. Come back. What's up? What's going on, Asian Math? Get back to what King Mitch. It makes a lot of sense what you just said. Mitch said that, Ryan Tank is a bigger fight than Haney Lopez. Now, it all depends on, well, we can just assume it's going to be in Texas because Vegas is struggling right now. They're basically reverted back to the lockdown status, right? So Haney is struggling with his resume to fight quality opponents. So now, they went from chasing down Lomachenko, didn't get that shit, to basically hoping and praying that Ryan Garcia. I mean, you didn't call Ryan Garcia up on the phone and say, "Hey, what they say right now? Hey, bro, are you we're gonna make this fight happen? I mean, you win this fight with Luke Campbell. You have to have Ryan Garcia's number. You didn't know that he wasn't gonna call you out, Devin. That's what I'm saying about leadership. That's why I have the anchor on your balloon in that thumbnail, because you did not know Ryan Garcia wasn't calling you out. Because it's on record that Bill was out here saying, "Yeah, we want that fight with Ryan. We want that fight with Ryan." And then that lasted maybe 96 hours. And then he said, "You know what? They went from, hold up, let me back up. They went Lomachenko. Javier Fortuna was way back in the whatever. And then they went for Lomachenko. Then they was trying to prove to everybody that Lomachenko ducked them by taking the franchise. Then, they was hoping to get Teofimo Lopez because I told them they was clout chasing. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasiliy Lomachenko. Boom, they want Teo. No. Then they changed directions. Teo to who's next? They go Ryan Garcia, basically winning that interim title by facing another opponent for that. So Ryan Garcia know that shit. Now Bill has to go out here and do what? He has to go out here and call out somebody else. Now they're chasing Javier Fortuna again. But you're Devin the Dream Haney, though. Let this division fall far behind you when you move up to 140. Allow yourself to never be riding on the bumper when the vehicle is fully fueled and gassing. I'm talking about the traffic is moving fast. Never be holding on to the bumper like this again, because it makes you look like, when you say I'm a hater congratulator, it make you seem like a dream chaser. It make you feel like you just sitting in one place and you're visualizing certain things that you don't know how to execute physically. You have to become smarter with making these decisions so you can get there to the destination before your adversary does. You have to get there before them. Y'all might meet up. Y'all might come up shoulder to shoulder. Y'all might have to face off and cross paths, but ultimately you need to ensure that you got the motherfucking momentum. The momentum is not hopping on different segways and shit in the YTBC and saying different stuff to different people. It's not hopping on these segways and talking slick, so to speak. And people not really paying attention and listening to your language. You all are being anchored down in the lightweight division from your own fault, for your own culpability. And it's going to take you a little bit to catch up to that shit. It don't matter if Teofimo Lopez, his pops agree to $4 million. And they go to Hearn's talking about, okay, Teo said $10 million because he's due to face his mandatory in Australia. People up here acting like Teofimo Lopez shouldn't be facing his mandatory. What? WTF? Why shouldn't he? It's his fucking mandatory. Y'all want for this fight to happen so bad with him and Devin Haney when Mauricio Suleiman is diluting the fuck out of the register of that belt that Devin Haney has. He's an instigator to that. So much of an instigator. They happen to be the president of the WBC. So who's gonna stop the protagonist? Who's gonna damn limit that? You can't. If he's coming out with paperwork and he's making Teofimo Lopez the true undisputed champion, once again, Team Haney need to do a better job with sending the team out there, sending the special ops team out there, Operation Blacklight. You need to send that operation team. You need to get with somebody who can give you that military guidance to say this is the areas you need to go out and search ahead of time, what we call site surveys. You need to send a runner out there because you're playing catch up. You are damn near becoming a casualty in the lightweight division. No one is considering you to be important when they're making these decisions there, Haney. This has nothing to do with whether you can box or not, but your resume is very, deficient when it comes to the entertainment value of who you fought so far. I don't care when you fought them. It's the fact that you fought them. Saul Abdulayev, Alfredo Santiago, man, ask anybody. They like raise their eyebrow and say, huh? Bro, what? That's the dream, though. Why is the dream fighting these Caspers, as they call them? No one understands or knows who these guys are. And then if you would have been smart enough, this is pre-planning. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. So right now, when Gervonta Davis was fighting Gamboa, you all should have known if Gamboa loses, you was gonna damn call Gamboa out to fight him as a common opponent. So therefore, you shouldn't have been calling and you shouldn't have been dogging Gamboa out when he was fighting Gervonta as being old, washed up, little arms and everything, dogging the man out, and then your team end up reaching for Gamboa, needing him to be a part of your resume. The same old guy who's 39 years old right now, and you was dogging him out when he was fighting Gervonta, and talking about how he went into the 12th round with Gervonta, how you was making it seem like Gervonta Davis did a poor job with that fight. You come back full circle and call out the same old guy, 39 years old, December 23rd last year. And you go in there and go 12 rounds with him, Dream. And then turn that shit into a nightmare when you say you want to prove to us you can pitch a shutout. It's the dumbest shit. I say it over and over again. It's the dumbest shit. In all respect, this is boxing. Because at the end of the day, Devin is Bill's son. You know what I'm saying? I respect what Bill does. Real talk. He's an OG in the game. But this is boxing. I'm media. So I'm keeping it like this. It's the dumbest shit a boxer of his status could have ever said. He was proven to us. I'm a non-baseball fan. When you talk about pitching a shutout, I know I'm standing here looking and visualizing this shit as boxing. No way, shape, or form that I'm seeing the same mannerisms or behavior in baseball that transfers over to boxing. So you wanted to say pitch a shutout. You're basically saying, I just want to show that I can pitch a shutout. But you just came off a decision with Santiago, bro. Why do you think at this pandemic and the way boxing has been struggling to get off the ground, you want to prove to us that you can go the distance when you just did with Santiago, who was 12-0, granted. 12-0, undefeated. And then you go over here and say the dumbest shit I've heard. Once again, leadership has a lot to do with one's own word. Leadership has a lot to do with respect. And right now, you're not getting hardly any respect in your own division. I don't care how many platforms you go on there, Bill. It doesn't matter. You got a sense of humor. I give you that. But after, leave the sense of humor alone. And the reality of it is that Ryan Garcia refused to call out and commit to fighting Devin Haney. which would be one of the biggest fights of Devin Haney's career, and the money would be good. Ryan Garcia is making a command decision right now. Though ill-advised, he's making a damn decision. That decision is to fight the other. The guy in Gervonta Tank Davis, who's PPV. Gervonta Davis is going to be away. Look, Gervonta Davis is going to be leaps and bounds over Errol Spence when it comes to numbers. I don't give a fuck what Errol Spence talking about. He ain't doing no grand numbers. Neither is Gervonta. But guess what? Gervonta is going to sky over Errol Spence. He's going to do that shit much better. Watch what I tell you. Look, you always have to have a dance partner that's going to complement the disco ball. When they start the damn talk that talk, and you're going to find out real soon when the fight is announced, that there's a lot of people going to start supporting and bigging up this fight. First of all, you have two fighters that speak English. They're going to be very boisterous, vociferous, whatever you want to say. They're going to talk their shit. They're going to be braggadocious, and motherfuckers going to tune in. Ryan Garcia has already started. And you know how slick Gervonta is? You want to call Mayweather can't read. You want to say Gervonta Davis is stupid and dumb. But Gervonta Davis continues. Even though it was rocky at one point, Gervonta Davis continued to capitalize off his last performance. Gervonta Davis did not surrender in the 12th round to stopping Gamboa and play it safe. This motherfucker was not trying to pitch a motherfucking shutout. Gervonta, the tank he is, steamrolled freaking Gamboa in the 12th round with that uppercut. Pop, 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 pop. He stayed the course, y'all. Savage. This motherfucker was loading up. Still had ammo in that motherfucker. Nah, man, I ain't satisfied. Gervonta wasn't satisfied, and he still got the knockout. But you, Devin, you want to say you want to pitch a shutout. So guess where that has gotten you? One thing I never underestimate, right, is the fact of assuming someone is the biggest idiot that you ever met. Because just because they don't know or have a certain level of intellect on a particular subject doesn't mean their stupidity is 100% across the board. People lose their lives that way. You run into a street dude and he might come off as playing this game that he the dumbest motherfucker around, but yet he's smart at what he does. And him being smart at what he does can ultimately affect you in the worst way because he knows how to be a sneaky, grimy motherfucker. Gervonta Davis right now is like I tell people, Gervonta Davis right now is flying so far in the lens of the radar, people still confuse it how he's growing the way he is right now. They still confused. How can Gervonta Davis, who was all the memes of him gaining weight, having lack of discipline, picking the female up in front of the cameras, being physical with a woman, which was an absolute no. You know what I'm saying? It's going in there doing what he was able to do with Gamboa, and then turning back around, dropping down division. People really didn't know he'll made weight easy, and went in there and knocked the man out. Do y'all not see what's going on? Gervonta said, I don't have to talk to y'all motherfuckers too much. I just have to let my hands send the message. That's all I got to do. I got to let my motherfucking hands send the message. And that's what Gervonta is doing. Floyd is making the crucial decisions behind the scene. That's his cash cow. He's not trying to let Gervonta go out here and make ill-advised decisions. But see, the crazy part about this is that Golden Boy is trying to pretend like they don't want Ryan Garcia to make this decision. But yet, with everything that was in the media and Gervonta putting that tweet out there, that post out there, it seems like the fight is going to be made. And once this fight is made, people, oh my God, it's going to go crazy. But see, the one thing about it, though, these outlets are really going to have to change their tune. Because Bill Haney has been showing up on all these outlets, right? These outlets are going to have to hold themselves accountable and ask the hard question and say, look, Bill, what you feel about this Garcia not calling out Haney first and taking him as a mandatory, and he chose to fight Gervonta? See, it's rather you want to sit there, my good brother. That's what Bill says all the time. You want to sit there, my good brother, and let me tell you some more bullshit. Let me feed you a spoon of super piping hot caca and tell you it's goddamn Nutella. It's goddamn Jello pudding pops. Are you going to ask the hard question when it comes down to Bill? Do you believe in this division? Y'all not being able to get the big fights, people not calling you out, Lomachenko not giving you that credit. We still waiting on Teofimo Lopez to see what he does with Campbell. Ryan Garcia has made it clear he ain't fighting Devin Haney right now. Have you learned? The lightweight division teach you something that you would take when you move up to 140 that will never put you in a position to be a dream chaser. This is Operation Blacklight now. We need to help Team Haney never be in this position again, because how can you have a name as the dream, but yet none of it's coming to fruition? Your dreams are not coming to fruition, big dog. You're being anchored down in the division where you should be the one that's shining. But yet you're watching Team Lopez go over here and fight. You know what I would do right now, Team Haney? Being that, Gervonta's about to get, all this, like Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, that shit's about to go through the fucking roof. This shit about to go through the motherfucking roof. And y'all gonna have to ask Bill the questions. You're gonna have to ask him straight up when he fast talking y'all ass. You have to ask him, Bill, what do you think you can do better next time around to prevent this from happening? I will ask you again. What do you think you can do next time to prevent this from happening, there, Bill? Because y'all playing catch up. If you're moving up to 140, how are you going to take the lead? How are you going to come abreast and surpass the energy of Team Lopez, who did it tremendously down here in the lightweight division? Geniusly. You think that there's no change that need to be had before you move up to 140? Absolutely. You're going to have to make a decision on whether you want to abort mission and get a head start and go up to 140 before Teofimo Lopez and try to put your name out there, or hang around believing that the Lopez's is going to give you the shot that you have something to prove down here at lightweight. You don't. It's your first fucking division. Move up to 140. Make those command decisions, Bill. I ain't comparing what nobody told you. I'm comparing what I'm telling you. Sometimes you have to look at shit differently and see what somebody's already been able to accomplish and say, man, I need to get ahead and gain my own momentum for Team Haney. If we plan on moving up to 140, I'm already a champion on paper, as D-Ray said. When he walked to the ring, D-Ray says he's a champion, right? So if you're a champion, you'll go down as being a champion, whether it was email or not, right? So if Teofimo Lopez is fighting Cambosis, and whoever Haney's fighting next, whether it be Javier Fortuna, fight Javier Fortuna. And if you get the feeling, the gut feeling that Team Lopez ain't giving you the shot, move the fuck out of the lightweight division. Go. If you're seeing the signs there, Team Haney, if you love being anchored down in that motherfucker waiting on Team Lopez and they end up aborting the mission and bouncing on your ass, are you really going to get any more credit in unifying the division without Undisputed? Do you think Mauricio Suleiman is going to give you or nominate you the franchise champion? Because from what I heard, y'all not planning on staying down in the lightweight division that long. So sometimes just because you digress, all right? No, I'll take that back. Just because you egress doesn't mean you're actually digressing. Egressing from something, you're just reverting to something else to attempt to gain the momentum, to take the lead. And if you attend the junior welterweight division ahead, it provides you the opportunity to talk to those people up there and say, listen, this is what we want for Team Haney. This is who we want to fight. And then after that, we want to fight so-and-so for the title. Around that time, Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor would have fought. Now you're at a higher division, and it allows you to make that decision to potentially get a title shot while Lopez is still at the lightweight division. But me speaking strategically, it may not fit in with you because you think I'm a hater congratulator. But it's all good because you continue to make these dumbass decisions, and I'm going to continue to go on here and turn my mic on and let you know that the shit wasn't proficient. It's more so me expecting more. Yeah, I changed my name. I'm going to start uploading content on my channel soon. Hope I can pull up on you once I get mine going. Man, you know, put your channel on there, man. I don't look. If you just start on your channel, there's Move Sports, I believe that's what it is. I don't mind you putting your name down here a couple of times or whatever, let people know. I mean, people didn't tell me to do that shit when I was growing my channel. But you know, for me, if you just start on your channel, you want to talk this boxing shit, man, put it down in the live chat a couple of times and let them know, you know, when you plan on starting your shit, bro. Andrew Charles, what's good? Salute. I don't hold it against Haney for not stopping Gamboa. However, it is fair to say his own words are coming back to bite him in regards to how he stated he would destroy Gamboa. And Mitch, that's true words, which you just mentioned. I do hold it against him because if you blend in what you just put out here, you say you don't hold it against Haney for not stopping Gamboa, but yet you recognize that his own words are coming back to bite him in regards to how he stated he would destroy Gamboa. That is the knot in the bow. If Devin Haney wouldn't have been up here, sitting up here dogging out Gamboa when he was fighting Gervonta, and sitting up here talking about how he was going to be the first man to do this, that, and the other and do him dirty, only to come out of there with Gamboa all freaking jovial and shit, smiling, happy. He's just excited when the 12th round ended. Yeah. See, yes, I did good. I feel good about myself. I'm going back to my country, and we're going to have a fiesta. I'm loving it. We're going to fix some margaritas. Oh, we're going to stay up all night. The women are going to be beautiful. Absolutely. Gamboa was absolutely just joyful, y'all. But just like you said, Mitch, this is what I'm saying. If you sit up here and say and put that braggadociousness out there to the media, we are expecting you to at least live up to 30% of it. Let's just start with 30. Just give us 30, shawty. Give us 30 of you doing them dirty. Just give us 30 of you doing them dirty there, Haney. That's all I'm saying. Give us 30. Don't sit up here and box this motherfucker and turn around and say, hey, I just want to sit up here and prove that I can go the distance. Put your shutout. You know, Team Haney all day. I'm still the best lightweight in the division, and we're going to keep on growing. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko ducked us, Teofimo ducked us, Ryan Garcia ducked us, and we're going back to the one who ducked us before, Javier Fortuna. So it's a duck masters coalition right here. But never forget, check out my IG. I'm gonna post some more shit up there. Blocks of money. But listen, what I'm trying to explain in this social media game, right? First of all, you have to understand who you are, Devin Haney. You're a black fighter. It's only so much of the culture that you're going to continue to inject into the audience. Everybody know they like to look at shit, this, that, and the other. Okay, cool. But what else is when you're in a sport that you have to fight for yourself? I can see if you was the owner of a team or something, and people's like, God damn, that motherfucker a boss. But just because you have DHP promotions, you are in a sport where when you post shit on IG to the culture of your black audience, Hispanic or whatever, I'm just talking about black right now, right? We've seen it all before. We've seen it. We're spoiled. We know what the culture is. We know what shit is. We know, what this type of car is and that type of luxury vehicle. We've seen it all before. Really, unless you that small percentage of audience and eyes that trying to live vicariously through you, it's difficult for them to do that. Sometimes they have a problem with how they will, approach you. Even though they're trying to live vicariously through you, Devin Haney, posting all this shit online. Some people might say, I don't know how I can, link up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I need to find a way. The only way they can find a way is either meet you at a damn boxing or you putting on an event or something. You need to build more fans up because you're a black fighter and you have to do stuff different than what Ryan Garcia would do. Seriously. You have to do shit differently. I see you out there putting videos out with you and Mickey Bay. I get it. That's your trainer. But you really have to put more videos out of you yourself, Devin Haney, talking to the fans. You have to talk. You have to allow somebody to be more attached to who you are as a person. You have to do that shit. You like Ryan Garcia put his shit out. He's connecting with his fan base because he's putting out videos of him doing the same shit or different shit and flash and reaction bag drills and all that. He's putting humor out there. He's connecting with those 8 million fans. That doesn't mean you can do that the same way. I know you're trying to maintain a certain level of swag to you. You know what I'm saying? Coolness about you. You might not be able to do what Ryan Garcia is able to do and get the same percentage of people. That's his quirky type of freaking personality that Ryan has. But if you actually came on and open yourself up a little bit more for people to see who you are as far as verbalizing, they might be more, keen to say, okay, man, besides seeing Bill on all these damn YTBC channels, man, Devin was on this time and he was talking to the fans and shit. He was answering fans' questions. He was talking shit. You know what I'm saying? He was letting people know. But I mean, besides the women, who are you connecting with just taking pictures, looking at the ground all the time? You know what I'm saying? Who are you connected with in a luxury vehicle? Who are you connecting? Black people, we seen that shit all the time, bro. It's still going to keep you anchored in the sport of boxing. If you don't open yourself up to connect more with the black people who are very difficult to please, you're going to find yourself in the same position you did lightweight division. Don't forget I didn't tell you. You might feel some type of way about it, and I can give a fuck if you talking about somebody hating. I don't have no reason to hate on you. If I'm media, that's what it's going to be like. Media is never supposed to be a full course meal of positivity. Even when they call it constructive for a reason. Now, though, we have individuals that know, they're basically articulate themselves different or whatever the case may be. and then they feel that the debate is necessary. But my debate with you is, this is a harsh learning lesson in the first division for you to pick up a title. You should be far. When you look at those balloons right there, you should be the one at the top if you really want to call yourself the motherfucking money man, the cash cow, the Don, the creme de la creme. You have to make those moves Lopez did. Lopez say, fuck it. We fight Nakatani for the IBF eliminator. He's a tall motherfucking fighter, but we going in there and getting this shit done. He was talking that shit years ago. He let people know he looked a certain way in that Nakatani fight because he had personal shit going on. Seriously. I knew there was some personal shit going on a long time ago. When I was covering him, I knew shit was going on, which I'm not going to say at this point in time. I have respect for their family and all that. But man, if this division right here doesn't wake y'all up, if you know, Bill ain't new to the game, man. Bill is an OG in the game, man. Bill have to move. Bill has to move a lot better than he has in this lightweight division. Since he's an OG in the game, he has to do OG type shit. You allowing a team and a father in Lopez Jr. who don't go around here talking that he OG this, that, and the other. He's making better moves than y'all, and then covering more ground than you all. And he's not even up here being flashy and shit. If you say that motherfucking Teal's dad got a small ass car and shit like that, well, guess what? He's been driving that motherfucker effectively when it comes to the sport of boxing, because they are indeed the top dog at the lightweight division. They indeed hold all the straps. They are the ones who can put these motherfucking pictures up here. And I don't blame them one bit. Look, I don't blame Teofimo Lopez one motherfucking bit when it comes to this shit right here. I do not blame this dude. I do not blame him for being as braggadocious as he possibly can. Let his cup run it the fuck over. Because I know you, Devin Haney, if you would have been in this same position with Bill in the spot of Lopez Jr. and your team right there, you would have been on every motherfucking show possible. I'm the motherfucking man. I'm the motherfucking man. I fought Nakatani, which was nobody wanted to fight. I knocked out Richard Comey in 2 rounds. I defeated the top 2 pound for pound Vasiliy Lomachenko. Man, you got to answer yourself. Don't come to me because it's Devin Haney's a black fighter and expect me to just damn pour, a whole, cup of shit on there, a carbonation drink and let that shit bubble over and thinking, things going to be different once it's all said and done. Like you want me to mask the truth. You want me to sit up here and just give you some bullshit because Devin Haney's a black fighter and I'm considered black media. That's wrong. If I don't demand more of my people, then who am I? Who the fuck am I? You allow them to anchor your ass down in your first division where you're supposed to be blossoming. You're supposed to be excelling. You're supposed to be the motherfucker that's up here making the calls. You're supposed to be the one every time you turn around, you're on somebody else's shit, taking pictures with all the belts. If you want to be the cash cow and you want to be the top dog, you need to make those command decisions like Team Lopez did. Point blank, period. And you know who's on the hunt, people? Right behind, and people not giving him any credit. People not looking at him like that. Gervonta Davis. Like I said before, you can never sit up here and continue to think someone's so stupid that they don't have a plan. Just because you don't see him out here having the voice to articulate himself all the time, he's not out here doing drills and shit like that. Most of the shit that comes out about Gervonta Davis, it does have some intensity to it. Like when he was up there fucking wreck catch up. It's people done said Gervonta doesn't do that well in sparring sometimes. And then it's others that say Gervonta be up here killing motherfuckers. But who is carrying over the momentum from Gamboa to motherfucking Leo Santa Cruz? Who's carrying over the momentum? Gervonta. He's doing that motherfucking, he was doing that shit right in the lens of the radar, but people was busy paying attention to the bigger signal and what Teofimo did with Lomachenko. That shit was huge. Over 4 million views on free TV. Gervonta was being patient and buying his time. Now, there's an inlet right now. The inlet is him and Ryan Garcia. That fight is going to be fucking huge, y'all. Because the fight isn't perfect. See, the perfect fight right now, right here, is Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. But right now, we've seen Ryan Garcia get off the canvas. So therefore, people are considering Gervonta Davis with those heavy hands to go in here and give a good showing against Ryan Garcia. But then you have these percentage of fight fans on Ryan Garcia's side that's saying, hey, Ryan Garcia, he has power. You know, what did Ryan Garcia say? Let me quote you what he said. Ryan Garcia say, you're 5'5", boy. You're going to need a ladder to hit me, boy. You're going to need a Stairmaster. You won't be able to touch me, boy. You ain't never fought a 135-pounder in your life. This is different. I don't care what you say. You ain't got nothing. That's Ryan Garcia talking this shit. Of course, Mike Tyson. I don't think Mike Tyson liked Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But he's been the mediator in building up this shit. He's had Ryan Garcia on. He's had Teofimo Lopez. Shit. Mike Tyson is having the Mexican fighters over in-house, bro. And they making the best out of that shit with Mike Tyson. But the shit with Ryan Garcia, even though he needs work on his trash talking, this fight right here with Gervonta Davis, he's going to damn home in. He's going to polish up those trash talking skills. Because, look, this motherfucker fucked up. I ain't going to lie. Ryan Garcia just fucked up. Ryan Garcia puts it out there that the bullies that he's seen next door look like Gervonta. A lot of people are going to take that shit different. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck you talking about? Huh? They look like you. Well, imagine who Gervonta was looking at. Gervonta, the house-to-house shit he was in, you know, being absent of his parents and shit. You think he didn't live a hardship growing up? This man was everywhere. You think to his left and right, he saw a motherfucker that looked like Ryan Garcia that he's going to say, hey, Ryan Garcia, he looked like the bully that used to bully me. Come on, Ryan. You fucked up, bro. Ryan Garcia fucked up when he brought that shit and tried to make it seem like that was the motherfuckers that he's seen. He fucked up. Why would you sit up here out of all the shit Rolly Romero did to you? Why would you say that Gervonta Davis looked like the ones that used to bully you and you was thrown on the ground? Well, they throw you on the ground because you came to school looking like a pretty boy? And their girlfriend might have wanted to holler at you, so they say, okay, let me get this motherfucker the business because my girl giving him too much attention. Why did they throw your ass on the ground? And why do you think saying that Gervonta hasn't fought a 135-pounder, that you haven't been around boxing enough to understand that Gervonta probably really don't give a fuck about the 135-pound division and you being the one he fighting next? He fought Gamboa. So you coming in there like you Masayoshi Nakatani. If Gervonta Davis is to go up here and continue to grow, he have to take challenges. And this is where I'm talking about decisions. He know you're a taller fighter, but Luke Campbell dropped you, and Gervonta understands that he hits harder than Luke Campbell. It's a fact, y'all. Gervonta understands that he is absolutely team ammunition. His name is Tank. You don't send a tank to the battlefield with no motherfucking ammunition, dog. Come on, man. Y'all know better than that. Y'all smart. SB90 in the building. Salute to you, man. Mimo Castro, what's good? What's good? Salute. Solid point there, King Mitch. Every fighter says they'll stop or KO a guy leading up to the fight. I don't pay that. I don't pay that shit much mind. I pay it mine because I'm media. I got to sit up here and report on it. So I pay it a little bit more interest than you would. But I totally get what you're saying. Gamboa stay getting dropped. So I thought he would be at least touch the canvas a few times. That's what I'm saying, bro. He was holding like Reynoso. He was holding like Reynoso when Ryan bull rolled him. Damn, man. I haven't got on that because I'm not trying to make this about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, boxing conversation with Reggie Owens in the building. Salute, OG. How you feel, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. Major Key Boxing. Salute, man. How you feel, bro? Salute to you. What up, World CS? On my break for 15 minutes. So it's a quick pop in. You know, man, put your cup up there, man. I'll pour you some of this damn Black Hennessy up here, man. You know what I'm saying? Or some Grey Goose. You know what I'm saying? Some Patron. Some that you can, you know, drink midday. Still get your head right. You know what I'm saying? But salute to you. I be in the building. What's good? But, you know, this is one of those divisions, in my opinion, man. I think Devin Haney should abort mission. A lot of you are going to look at it like saying you don't want him to fight Teofimo Lopez. Listen, it's still a possibility that Team Haney may get Team Lopez if the fight doesn't go through Cambosis. But I'm trying to teach somebody who's been in boxing longer than I have, and Bill Haney, to understand that you don't have to believe that your presence has to be right here, and you have to continue to chase behind the individuals that has achieved the greatness in this division. You don't have to prove a point to the people. It's only one fucking division. So if you plan on moving up, let's say junior welter, super welter, middle. If your plan is to stay in this sport as young as you are and attend these divisions, why stay at the 135-pound division when you are proving that you say, okay, I'm the best, I'm one of the best in the sport of boxing, I'm doing this, that, and the other? You have earned a fucking title. Shakur Stevenson, he vacated the 126-pound division and moved up to 130. Command decisions. Nobody's not fucking with him because it's not a rivalry to be had right now. He's trying to put those credentials and those medals on his chest plate while he established his legacy. I'm telling you, Team Haney, you have a belt already. You have 2 belts. I'm not going to keep on hyping on how you receive them. You still got 2 belts. All right. So therefore, what you should do, if Team Lopez is doing what the fuck they want in the lightweight division, and your plans is to go to 140, go. Talk, make some phone calls. Because the last time I checked, 140 is higher than 135. 140, you're going to get more money than you did at 135. Start establishing your name there before Team Lopez even get to 140. Because you know they coming hard. They coming motherfucking hard. Once they move up to 140, they coming motherfucking hard. They have all the straps, man. You can sit there with that one little damn WBC belt that Mauricio don't want to give you credit for, Bill. Wake the fuck up. Every time you turn around, Mauricio is diluting that motherfucking belt. You might as well have an interim title, the same one Ryan Garcia has. He's not allowing that belt to burn at all. If that is the case, move the fuck on and try to pick up another damn chip at the 140 division once Ramirez and Taylor fight. Plus, you have some competition up there. You have some big names that you can link up to and get started. Get the jump start. Kick down the door and fight a pretty solid name at 140. If you choose to stay down here at the lightweight division doing the same shit, waiting on Team Lopez, you're not going to gain any momentum, bro. Your flame is not going to burn that much hotter or that much brighter. The only way you're going to earn the respect in the boxing community with all that shit you posting on IG is that you start making boss moves. You're not making boss moves. I don't care how many black media sites sit up here and say, well, we know, Bill, they know Haney is the best at the lightweight. They know. They just don't want to give him credit. They just want to keep on talking about what Tia. Look, if you are any type of mouthpiece and you are discrediting what Teofimo Lopez was able to do, then you're a hypocrite, man. That's coward ass shit. Because if you really follow the true sport of boxing, you'll recognize if a fighter went out here and did what they supposed to do. It's coward, man. If you're not going to give Teofimo Lopez his motherfucking credit for fighting Nakatani, Comey and Lomachenko, then you being extremely biased. Seriously, it's fucked up. You being extremely biased and you ain't really fucking with the game like that. You just here to push narratives because it's fucked up that you not gonna recognize the trio of killers that he fought. Vasiliy Lomachenko could do no wrong in the eyes of motherfuckers. He had one loss to Orlando Salido in which ESPN was trying to omit, like it never fucking happened. To a lot of people, they was like, Orlando Salido, he was just fighting dirty. He wasn't being a fair fighter. He did Lomachenko so bad, but Lomachenko being a two-time Olympian, he hung in there. He just wouldn't get victory. But he tried in his second professional fight, people. Give him credit. And then he went up there and Gary Russell dropped down in weight to fight for the vacant title. He won the title, but look, who did they attach to Vasiliy Lomachenko? The best name, Gary Russell Jr. Yeah. But when it comes to Gary Russell, what they say? Oh, he lost Vasiliy Lomachenko. But when he was about to fight Teofimo Lopez, what they say? Oh, it's your top 2 pound for pound. I don't see Teofimo being ready for this fight right now. I just don't see it. He's going to be a star, but I don't see him being ready for Vasiliy. Vasiliy, his skill set just totally outranks that of Teofimo Lopez right now. We're talking about a double gold standard Olympian. This guy is high tech. They call him the Matrix for a reason. Well, someone forgot to plug that shit into a surge protector. Because the first half of the fight, I don't know if somebody's saying, okay, Matrix on, all powers a go. What are the numbers looking like? Are we up? We fully operational? The mainframe is still black. What's going on? We're in the third round. What's going on? The mainframe is dysfunctional right now. Let's request immediate troubleshooting process, please. It's the 5th round, and the Matrix have yet to start dialing in and tapping into this. Let's go, people. Okay, great. Here we go. The end of the 7th round. Here we go. We're up and running right now. Let's go. Let's bring this home there, Lomachenko. Bring it home. Now, I'm telling you, man, come on, bro. Teofimo went in there and beat him fair and square. If you don't want to give this man credit because it's Devin Haney, it's a question, then you're extremely biased, man. It ain't shit we got to debate. It ain't nothing we got to debate. I'm telling you right here, right now. It's good that you out here communicating on your level, because you can goddamn do some other shit in life. You know what I'm saying, Bill? You can do a lot of other shit. But don't say I never told you about retreating in a good way, redirecting, getting a jump start. Where you got some big names at the 140-pound division that would love to fight Devin Haney. If you're going to stick to your word, there, Bill, and say, you'll fight anybody now. Bill's up here saying they'll fight anybody. Then guess what? You need to fight anybody.
And sparring, or whether it be in a fight. You know, then you to witness greatness. That's what Devin is. We're willing to fight anybody.
He's willing to fight anybody. We hold you to that. You're willing to fight anybody, but an individual like myself, I got to ask you the question, Bill. Like I said before, are you willing to fight anybody from the bottom of the barrel to the lid? Or are you willing to fight anybody that's at the top of the food chain? Because that can be very deceptive. Who are you? When you say fight anybody, who are you talking about? Because you're chasing names and they ain't trying to fight anybody. They're trying to fight somebody. You're in a lot of ways, you're trying to fight anybody that'll give you attention. That's not boss move. A boss is basically trying to do process of elimination on who you want to fight. They should be at your doorstep calling you up, pulling up on you. Say, hey, Haney, yeah, I'm here to let you know we want to be next in line to get those straps from you. But see, they're not doing that. And that's what I'm trying to get across. That's what my thumbnail is, man. You all are anchored down. You're not making any progress. It's not that you don't have the talent to make the progress. It's that you're proving to the boxing public that you're willing to wait and see what Team Teofimo Lopez is going to do. If Mauricio Sulaiman continue to put overlays on the severity, on the validity of your title, and y'all keep on taking this shit and you keep on jumping on social media, feeling you have to prove and motherfucking redirect and goddamn, re-emphasize, and you continue to do the same shit on here. And man, come on, people are looking at this shit like Mauricio is identifying Teofimo as a damn true champion, a true undisputed champion. Don't wait around in the lightweight division for them to make you franchise champion if Teofimo moves to 140 first. So once again, if you move to 140 when Team Lopez moved to 140, you still trying to play catch up. Because if you move up to 140, it's not an immediate title shot. But yet if Team Lopez move up with the belts, okay, with all the belts at lightweight, he move up, he get an immediate title shot. Who's ahead of who? Now you're in a second division where you're still trying to take the lead. Don't you want to be the one? Isn't your main focus is to be the cash cow? Aren't you trying to portray to the people that you have all the money, you're making all these millions of dollars? So therefore, when the numbers come out, you want it to be legit, solid, proven numbers by your performance. And you're not looking around you to the individual who's doing that. Teofimo Lopez with Vasiliy Lomachenko. He went out there and did over 4 million views on free TV. Gervonta Davis. This fight with Ryan Garcia is gonna basically catapult him to a different level when it comes to PPV status. Watch what I tell you. It's going to take him to a whole nother level. So Gervonta Davis is going to end up giving you those solid core numbers. You want people to understand that your IG is going to prove that you're making money. Not the PPV numbers, but your IG. IG is not what matters in this sport of boxing. IG, unless you're Ryan Garcia with the damn followers and you're able to slip in, Ryan Garcia has one shot, one kill with this fight. He goes in there with Gervonta Davis and takes his first loss. He's going to still be in boxing. He's going to fight some names or whatever. But Gervonta Davis is going to explode to a whole nother level because now he's going to have that solid demand from his opponents that he's been on PPV, and this is what my price tag is right now. They're not going to ask him any fucking thing because Floyd is going to be like, look what he did here, look what he did there, look what he did right here. So you got to come correct if you're going to step in there with Gervonta Davis. So therefore, this is exactly what Team Haney should be doing. But they can't. They can't, y'all. Team Haney can't make those decisions like that. When are we going to see Team Haney in the driver's seat with a top-tier opponent? Not going into a fight where you know you're going to be the B-side. Not getting Eddie Hearns to sit up here and give a sound bite. Talking about you can assume that you're the undisputed title holder, but we know you're not. That means very little. When Mauricio is putting out paperwork saying he is, it means very little to the people who understand that you can sit up here and denounce Teofimo Lopez all you want as being the undisputed title holder. But one thing you can't motherfucking denounce. You cannot denounce or overlook or ignore the fact that this is the way it is. You can't deny that shit right there. I don't care if Top Rank is on the motherfucking franchise. I don't give a fuck about none of that. When you have all the belts, you cannot deny who's the man at the lightweight division. You can't deny the shit. I know it, motherfuckers hate, but you cannot deny what he's been able to accomplish, man. Gervonta shit right here. Look, Gervonta's knockout of Leo Santa Cruz. I don't give a fuck if it was at 130 or not. The man was a 4-division champion. It's better than anybody on Devin Haney's resume. It's better than anybody on Ryan Garcia's resume. Ryan Garcia is looking goofy up here talking about he hasn't fought a 135-pounder. But look who he's fought, though. He dropped down when they didn't think he would make the weight to a division where he lost his title on the scales. He revisited his old stomping grounds. Not only did he revisit his old motherfucking stomping grounds, he did that shit in amazing fashion against a 4-division champion, y'all. A person who had one fucking loss that he avenged. A individual like Leo Santa Cruz who had a high volume output, punch output, who they were saying that was going to outbox Gervonta Davis, who was having a little bit of success with Tank. And Ryan Garcia believes he's ready. And Devin Haney, you're not seeing shit like this? Maybe Devin Haney should drop down to 130. For real. If Gervonta Davis is coming up 130 to 35 and he has one fight and drop back down, makes his bag, and now he's about to fight Ryan Garcia at 135-pound division for a big, I'm talking about a heavy motherfucking bag. Well, just maybe when you call out somebody, you should just call out a common opponent. Okay, we can't put all this emphasis on Crawford to fight all Errol Spence's common opponents, and we don't put that shit on Devin Haney now. It's one name. It's only one name I want to see. It's only one motherfucking name I want to see at this point in time, Devin Haney fight. If you saying that you're the best in the lightweight division and you want to prove that you can pitch a shutout, my brother, I want to see you fight one fucking name, and it ain't Javier Fortuna. It ain't Javier Fortuna. I want to see you fight. You just said it. You just said it. You'll fight all these guys. I want to see you fight somebody outside your comfort zone. Masayoshi Nakatani, the one that just finished Felix Verdejo. I want to see you call him out. He has the momentum. If you were smart, you wouldn't take a Javier Fortuna who last win no one's talking about, but they talking about Felix Verdejo. Call out Masayoshi Nakatani. Wakata? Wakata or Wakatanai? Call out Nakatani. Height. Let's see you go in there and fight that tall motherfucker Nakatani. Let's see you go in there and do it better than Teofimo Lopez. Don't pitch no motherfucking shutout. We don't want to see no motherfucking shutout. Boxing is boxing now. We want to see you go in there and fight Masayoshi Nakatani. That's what World Combat Sports want. That is a common opponent that gave Teofimo problems, right? Gave him fits. You had Caesar over there talking all that shit. We want to see Masayoshi Nakatani. Nobody else ain't trying to fight Devin. You know, Team Williams called you out. You didn't want that fight. He don't have enough star power for you. So now you're still sitting in place and you didn't want that. You know, you didn't have nobody else lined up. Now you're going back to the goddamn barrel. You're going back to the barrel in a fighter who really wasn't trying to give you that airplay, man. Javier Fortuna. It's like, why post all the luxury vehicles? When you're getting your rims from Rental Wheel? Why pull up in a motherfucking new luxury fleet? And say you want to fight Javier Fortuna? Why not just say fuck it? Let's get on the phone with Masayoshi Nakatani. I guarantee you this fight will give you the type of energy just like Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. I promise you that shit. I promise you, Devin. Your resume is like damn a hubcap. Your resume is like hubcaps, dog. You ain't gonna prove to people them 30s. You're not gonna prove. They ain't gonna clean up the same way. Your resume ain't gonna clean up the same way. People know who riding on 30s and who riding on 13-inch hubcaps. You need to understand that Javier Fortuna is going to leave you in the same place. What is Javier Fortuna going to do for your resume? Javier Fortuna is no different than, you know, Gamboa that you just put on there. It don't matter if he's coming off a win or not, man. Javier Fortuna does absolutely nothing for Team Haney, y'all. This is what I'm trying to express to you all. Command decisions why Team Haney will consider to be anchored in the lightweight division. They're not challenging themselves. The trifecta of dangerous opponents. While Teofimo Lopez will leave the lightweight division and go to the damn junior welterweight division with momentum, it's because of what he was able to do. You can't sit up here and even think about fucking with Teofimo. Because him and his pops had a sit down and they looking at Nakatani. They said, God damn, this motherfucker 18-0. Listen. They didn't even position themselves right off the rip. They was ranked behind Nakatani as the IBF eliminator. But they knew the fight was going to be hard. They looking at film. They knowing this motherfucker tall, rangy. They know how the Japanese spirit is when it comes to combat sports. They took the motherfucking fight. Pow! Nakatani came out the gate. That is the risk for which the fight fans are waiting on Devin Haney to step up and take. No one on your record, your resume, bro, it don't matter your IG shit. No one on your resume is Masayoshi Nakatani. No one on your resume is Richard Comey. No one on your resume is Vasiliy Lomachenko. Y'all, it's almost like y'all comfortable with just posting IG shit. And y'all ain't trying to goddamn establish a motherfucking legacy which the fight fans can respect. Because listen, if you ever heard the saying that your own people turn on you the quickest, you know that shit goes for the US of A now. Y'all should understand that. Y'all smart individuals. What's going on, Jackal Fitness, AWD approved. What's good, man? Salute to these UGK, the UGK of boxing media, man. Salute to you. He said Tanks hits too hard for Ryan. He will walk him down. That's what I'm saying, man. They're going to find out. They're going to find out, man. Why not? Answer me this, Jack. And once again, check this out now. They have a cat over there called Who is Jahad Tucker, right? The LeBron of boxing. This dude crosses over. His first TV fight is professional. Boom, gets the win. And then his second one, dude tried to sneak him and think he wasn't looking with a sucker punch, and he still went in there and whooped his ass. That's called taking risk. We still waiting on Devin Haney to take some risk. Not in Dungeony. Has all that experience, but yet, what? Is anybody remembering in Dungeony? No. Why aren't these media outlets? They're willing to have Bill Haney on deck. They're willing to sit up here and welcome him and feed him grapes. Here, Bill, here goes some grapes. Oh yeah. Do you want me to cut you some aged cheese? We've been aging this cheese for like 8 years right now. Do you want us to slice you some cheese? Oh, we got the finest crackers in here, Bill. What type of red wine would you like? You're the guest. They cater, but yet they refuse to try to ask the questions like, hey, all aside, all this shit aside, Bill, Javier Fortuna, that ain't the name, bro. You should be going for Masayoshi Nakatani, period. Not sitting up here, Bill, you don't have to do anything. It's all you. I want to give you the best decor possible, hospitality. Just lean your head back. I'm going to pour this red wine. There you go. Hey, OG like yourself don't need to do anything. You don't even need to raise a hand. Let us feed you these grapes. Let us get you now nice and calm. We're going to talk this boxing shit, Bill. Now, that decision you made with Javier, I think that is superb. The best opponent. Being that you're being criticized right now, coming off that Gamboa performance, Javier Fortuna, that Bill is absolutely perfect. That's not what the fans are saying. If you would have came out your mouth and said, you know what, I'm just like Bill said, y'all want to fight y'all fight anybody, right? If you would have came out your mouth right now and said, you know what, we need a fight that's going to really put us under the light. We need a fight that's gonna, turn on that halo a little bit brighter. We need to fight Masayoshi Nakatani. Why? Because of what he was able to do to Teofimo early in the fight. We feel the fans may gravitate to that fight. Plus, it's a common opponent, Teofimo. It's a common opponent. The only loss on Nakatani's record right now is Teofimo. So why not face a common opponent of Teofimo Lopez, yo? Are y'all not hearing me? Why isn't there trying to face a common opponent? If you're trying to the motherfucking walk with the big dog, fight a common fucking opponent. Come on, man. It don't matter if you visit 25 to 30 outlets and they all black media. It don't fucking care when you selecting Javier Fortuna as your next opponent. Lean your head back, Bill. Get these grapes. Oh, man, great. You good? You need a shoulder massage? What else do you need? You need, I can call in, two of the females in here. They can give you a foot massage. What do you need next? No one want to tell him that Javier Fortuna is a bad choice. It don't matter if you have Javier Fortuna's promoter on here. It don't matter. It doesn't matter how many times that you click the link and pull up on people, Bill. If they're not telling you what I'm saying right here, they're doing you a disservice. They're not even respecting you as the OG in the game now, Bill. They just happy to see your face. They happy to damn hear your personality, your humor. Javier Fortuna ain't shit compared to where you're trying to go. Javier Fortuna, I'm still waiting for him to reimburse me my gas money for pulling up on him, and he want to sit up there and put on a motherfucking a theatrical exit against Adrian Granados, who was in there giving him that dog work. I'm still waiting on my reimbursement stipend. That's real. I'm telling you, the boxing fans who's tuned in, hit the like button, sub to the channel, pass the word. I want to know why they will not ask Bill Haney the question, why aren't you calling out Masayoshi Nakatani, pay that man the most he's ever made in a fight, if that's possible, and make the motherfucking fight, y'all. Then the fight fans will give you more respect in the lightweight division and moving forward in your career if you fight Nakatani. That is the only fight you need. Nakatani went the distance with Lopez. It was a great competitive fight. He presents problems for Devin Haney. And therefore, if you're saying Devin Haney is the best, why Teofimo Lopez is handling his shit with George Kambosos, if the fight fall out and you get it, cool. But right now, no one is talking about a fight with you and Teofimo Lopez. So I say to you is, get on the phone and call out Nakatani. This is what you're doing, Bill. You're picking out opponents that are short, around the height of Devin Haney, but you're implying that the fighter that you have, which is your son, the Dream, he will fight anybody. There's a bit of contradiction, an entire bucket that's overflowing of contradiction when it comes down to you continuing to fight opposition that's not the stature of Nakatani. So therefore, you will continue to have individuals praising Teofimo Lopez more than they will Devin Haney, because he stepped in there and he's supposed to be smaller, right? I'm having these reflections, these damn slide reflections, right? So when they met up at Floyd Mayweather's fight card on Thursday, because I was the one also that has that footage. I was right there when they met up. Y'all want to sit up here and say Devin Haney is so much taller than Teofimo, right? Y'all want to talk about his height and reach. All the mumbo jumbo that was going on about Devin Haney sizing up the Teofimo, but yet Teofimo went in there and fought a fighter in Nakatani that's taller than Devin Haney, rangier than Devin Haney. He went in there and went to war. And you think you're going to get credit when it comes to respect of Team Lopez? You think you're going to get credit by fighting Javier Fortuna? Man, somebody should, let these cats know, man. I'm not fucking with them, though. I'm just putting this shit out there. Like, man, y'all need to let them know for real that Javier Fortuna is not. Come on, man. It's not happening, bro. People are not going to respect you because they need something to compare you with Teofimo. Who on Teofimo's resume? Who? Who can you put? Who are you looking at, man? Nobody's talking about Edis Tatley. No one's talking about Diego Magnolino, who just got stopped in the first round by Pitbull. No one's talking about no one except the murderous trio that he faced leading up to his damn culminating moment, his climax of becoming the undisputed lightweight champion. No one is talking anything except Nakatani, Comey, Lomachenko. So stop playing with this Javier Fortuna. See, I gotta check with BFTV and see if he made up a nickname for Javier Fortuna. I gotta check because I know it's a name out there for Javier Fortuna. But that name Fortuna, man, is not gonna give you any more leeway in the eyes of the fight fans because it's just another motherfucking fight in stature that matches up well with Devin Haney. What are you gonna do at 140, dog? Bill always talking about how he wanna pull up on certain channels because he know he gonna get the smoke, right? That's what he says. But every time I drop the link, I never, ever, ever, ever. Because the only time he popped up on my channel, he was like, he had to come in some other dude that was talking shit about Devin. He didn't even show World Combat Sports no love. But he understands the shit I'm talking about his son as a boxer, not as a person, as a boxer. It has a lot of merit behind it because no one gives a freaking anything about damn Javier Fortuna when it comes to comparing him to the best at lightweight right now. If you up here trying to prove that you that guy, why are you continuing to fit just the perfect size, no challenge, no risk? This is Javier Fortuna we talking about. There's no way you're going to be able to prove that that's a damn valuable opponent. Lawrence Williams in the building. What's good? I remember in Dunganny, he got stopped in his last fight, the first Hank Lundy. Yeah, man. Like in Dunganny, man. Nobody's even thinking about it. Dunganny, man, South African fighter. He had experience, but he just came over here and held his place. Got the check. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Nakatani is a good fight. He's suffering an orbital eye injury. Versus Fideo, he would be out for a while. Well, hey, check this out though. Let's pull up the record. Let's pull up. Matter of fact. I always like to pull up the receipts. So therefore, let me pull up the receipts of one name that they love to bring up. So let's check this out. So when Kell Brook took that beating from Gennady Golovkin, I think within what, 8 months, he fought. About 8 months. We don't know the severity of an orbital eye injury, but Kell Brook fought Errol Spence in about 8 months for Gennady Golovkin. But hold up. But check this out. We don't know the extent of an orbital eye injury to refute this matchup, because Nakatani indeed was injured supposedly with a head injury against Teofimo Lopez. He came back and fought Felix Verdejo and was dropped twice in the fight. Orbital eye injury can be minor to major. We don't know. Like, we can consider Kell Brooks' orbital eye injury from Gennady Golovkin to be major, but he came back in 8 months and fought Spence. And the left eye was damaged. Let's look this up. Let me go over here and look this shit up. I gotta hold up for a second. Okay. So let me pull up so I can use a reference. Nakatani. All right. So Nakatani. Okay, Nakatani fought Teofimo Lopez in 2019 July. He took a year, over a year, to come back and fight Felix Verdejo. And we know the pandemic and all that shit was happening. But he had a head injury. So he took over a year to come back and fight Felix Verdejo with a head injury, supposedly, from Teofimo Lopez. And he came back and fought Felix Verdejo, cleared and everything. So who's fighting who right now? Where's Team Haney looking forward to right now? What is he looking forward to? Javier Fortuna. When they might fight? April? Teofimo saying he's planning on fighting. What he say? April? Early May? So Nakatani heals, fight mid-year. We don't know how. I mean, we're talking about an orbital injury. He's 31 years old. I don't see him staying out in 2021 and fighting once like he did in 20. This fight still can be made. So his suspension is good to the 27th. He is suspended by the Nevada Athletic Commission until January 27, 2021. That means this month. So his suspension is not 2 to 3 to 4 months for his injury. So once again, he can go back and Devin Haney them can set up something with Nakatani around the same time Teofimo is fighting. And then it all works out and Teofimo will fight Haney and he beats Nakatani. They can fight near the year's end. The fight is still presentable, man. But the fact that I haven't heard anybody damn call that shit out, that's the problem that I have, man. He's not even doing. Hold on for a second. He's not even doing what Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is about to do. They about to go out here and make an incredible amount of money and also establish a different notch to their legacy. Gervonta Davis is about to get credit for stepping in there with Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, he has minor validation for being the interim WBC champion. But what is asinine to overlook is the fact that he's about to get more credit than Devin Haney as an interim champion than Devin Haney has as a super champion. World champion, whatever you want to call it. Whatever diluted status that the franchise belt want to hand his title is still a world title. But Ryan Garcia is about to establish much more credibility by stepping there with Gervonta Davis, who is and is going to be a more highlighted opponent than anybody on Devin Haney's resume. Gervonta Davis. Ryan Garcia is about to get the opportunity of his boxing career and stepping there with Gervonta Davis. Devin Haney's resume is absolutely does not exceed that of Gervonta Davis. I don't care how many fights you had at 35. Just because you fight Gamboa, that doesn't equal what's on Gervonta Davis' resume. If you really want to be petty, you don't even have a Leo Santa Cruz on your resume. Not even dipping back down to 130. Still with Gamboa as a common opponent leads me all the way to say this. If you saying you was pitching a shutout, Tank wasn't. Tank got the shutout. Boom. He shut his lights out. So who did it better? Gervonta did it better. So now you pick the common opponent, Gervonta. Boom. You out the door with that. You don't get any damn recognition or no credibility for that shit. Now what's next for you? No more common opponent? So you picked up and scooped up Gamboa, who's 39 years old, right? Why you don't pick up another guy that's older than you? Nakatani is like 30, 31. Masayoshi Nakatani, man, pick on another 30-year-old. Nakatani is 31. This is the perfect time, Team Haney. He's going to heal from that eye injury. He's only suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission until the 27th of this month. Scoop him up. He's coming off an eye injury too. I know. With all that speed you got, Devin, you can go up here and take advantage like Errol Spence did to Kell Brook. You can take advantage of it. You can injure that eye. Because you're the best in boxing, man. Scoop up Nakatani, man. Stop playing. Seriously. I'm moving on to Gervonta Davis, man. I appreciate what they got going on over there. And I thought I'd never say this, really, for him to be facing Ryan Garcia, man. I salute Gervonta for starting off the year the right way. For starting off the year the right way. They should be making announcements real soon. They should. They should be making announcements real soon about Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. I just can't wait for that fight to happen because Ryan Garcia is talking about a Stairmaster. You know what I'm saying? A ladder, all this shit. He's talking about Gervonta was the bully that he's seen. He's making all these reference to Gervonta being in his motherfucking visual hourglass. Like this man was tormented by Gervonta Davis. Now, your tormentor will be standing across the ring for you. When you do the face-off and the referee gives you the final instructions and all this other shit, you'll get a chance to see how short Gervonta really is. You have all this talking. You might even try to attempt Antonio Tarver. You got any more excuses there, Gervonta, to bully me? I dare you there. I dare you, Ryan. I dare you to say that shit. Talk some shit to Gervonta before the motherfucking referee say touch gloves. Go right ahead. You calling him boy and shit. You know, Mike Tyson, you let Mike Tyson, boost you up and shit. Say that when you in the ring together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Say that shit while you face to face with Gervonta. And look, I think this fight is going to be promoted tremendously. I think it's gonna do right, man. I think this shit is gonna be on point, man. With Ryan Garcia and Gervonta. Seriously, I think it is. I think it's gonna be good, y'all. I think it's gonna do solid numbers on PPV. Probably be in Texas somewhere. Hold up for a minute. All right, cool. And also, while I'm remembering this, I don't know if y'all heard, but Adrian Bronner's opponent has dropped out. He really needed that opponent too. So who's going to be next for AB, man? That's the big question. Who's going to be next, man? You know what I'm saying? Who will step up and fight Adrian Broner? He is due to make this comeback in February. He's been out the ring over 2 years when he finally fights. You know what I'm saying? He would have been out the ring over 2 years. So he really needs to get an opponent. So I wonder who's going to kind of step up with enough star power. No, I'll take that back. Not star power, but enough competitiveness for people to tune in and see AB fight. Because I don't think he's, there's no way that he's going to be able to run back any rematches. He's definitely not going to get Pacquiao, who hold the WBA title. He's definitely not fighting Sean Porter, coming off a 2-year layoff. Mikey Garcia is not stepping in there with him. You know what I'm saying? It would defeat the purpose of where Mike is trying to go. From my understanding, Mikey may be trying to fight Terrence Crawford. I don't know what he's looking to get. Another beating? I mean, what is he looking to get? Mikey got pretty good defense, though. But anyway, I'm curious to know when the next opponent is going to be. I really couldn't tell you who that's going to, what name is going to pop out the hat. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. And just keep your ears to the streets for the announcement of Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. It probably will hit the airwaves at the end of this month, early part of February. So just keep your eyes and ears open to that. And also, pass the word to Team Haney that we do not want to see Devin Haney face Javier Fortuna. Not in 2021. We had a pandemic, and what you're doing, that fight is just like people getting these vaccine shots, and with a retractable needle, it looked like it's actually something that's going to improve, but no, it's not. It's almost like a placebo. We're trying to improve. We're trying to enhance boxing to come back stronger. But yet you're saying, okay, this is going to be it right here. This fight right here. What? We're fighting Javier Fortuna. No, that's a placebo. Stop playing with this. Stop playing with us like that. We need the potency. We need something that's going to change what we need for boxing in 2021. We need something to jump off the right way that has that extra strength to it. Javier Fortuna don't give us that. But Masayoshi Nakatani, yeah. Wait on that fight. If you're going to fight twice this year, wait on that fight. If you're going to have 2 more fights at lightweight division, be patient. Get Nakatani in the mid-year, and then goddamn fight the big fight at the end of the year, if that's the case. That's all I can tell you. D Hodges in the building. What's good? Come at. I see Cambosis fight the way you see Verdejo fight. I understand the bag with Cambosis, though. I mean, this is mandatory. You know what I'm saying? This is mandatory. And plus, the individuals that he was able to fight leading up to that, that's good shit. That's how he earned that respect. People looked at the Nakatani fight and was just giving him negative damn they was giving him negative criticism. But it's boxing though. People say, okay, you're supposed to hit and not get hit. And then he stepped in there and smashed Richard Comey. And people was like, who was Richard Comey? Then Robert Easter beat Richard. They was just throwing up all this shit. And then he gets the fight he been calling for. Tiafimo's been calling for this motherfucker. I want Vasiliy Lomachenko. I want the top 2 pound for pound behind Canelo. All them Max Kellerman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was up here. giving Lomachenko the nod. It didn't get it done. So what's next? You can't say shit. You can't do anything. D Hodges in the building. Salute. I don't think the fans. I saw that out there. Oh man, really? Maidana. I mean, Chino. Shit like that. Hey man, that's hilarious. Because last time I checked, Chino was trying to drop weight, and he said, "Fuck it, I ain't coming back. I'm still living off my Mayweather money. Fuck everything else you heard. I'm living off my goddamn AB and Floyd Mayweather ×2 paycheck I received." Man, I'm like, man, that shit is crazy right there. I don't know, Spence is fighting collard greens. You know what I'm saying? Spence is supposed to be fighting a mandatory. One thing about the IBF, they don't play about their mandatories. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, that's why Sergey Derevyanchenko was up there twice, dog, before he got that final, that final championship fight with Jamal Charlo. Sergey Derevyanchenko fought 2 different times for motherfuckers didn't want to fight him for the IBF mandatory. IBF be implementing the shit out their mandatory. So now, motherfucking, Errol Spence maybe fighting his mandatory, collard greens and yams, and we'll see how that play out. But the close is out. Manny Pacquiao is saying he want to fight Conor McGregor. I'm like, goddamn, strip his ass of the belt. I know it comes up on a year in July this year, but man, goddamn, vacate, Manny. If you want a big paycheck with Conor McGregor, I don't want to hear shit, man. Come on, WBA. Goddamn, have him vacate the title and elevate your Dinas Ugas, and then have freaking Crawford fight Ugas. Something. Let's not wait around for Crawford to come off his IBF mandatory and fight the winner. I mean, and fight your Dinas Ugas or whoever they're gonna get a belt to. Let's not have your Dinas Ugas freaking elevated and then move the next in line up and have a bullshit ass fight your Dinas Ugas. Let's get Crawford the motherfucking fight we want to see. Have him scoop up that WBA. Have Crawford fight motherfucking Ugas. And then we can wait and see if Errol Spence comes along at the end of this year and he's out of excuses. That's all we want. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want. We don't want to hear, well, whatever we give him. It was 70-30, but now 80-20. 80-20. So Spence, why you think it's 80-20? Because time done passed. He ain't did nothing. He ain't picked up the Manny Pacquiao belt. He ain't did nothing. And I've been riding my horses. And I went on a long ride down the trail. And I felt like, now, yeah, shoot. I asked Mr. Ed, I say, hey, what do you think? I should give Terrence Crawford 70-30. And Mr. Ed told me, no. Give him 80-20. That's what he deserves. 80-20. No excuse. I mean, no reasoning whatsoever. I listen in to people just trying to boost Aerospitz shit. God damn. Listen, there's some people wanting to debate me on Aerospitz because I'm going for Terrence Crawford, right? But I'm not going to sit up here as a grown ass fucking man, yo, and try to overtalk your ass. I'm not gonna keep on telling you, hey, can I talk? 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 Hey, can I get in? Can I get in? Can I just prove my point? Can I get in? I just want to respond. Can I respond? You let me respond? I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it just to prove and have a debate between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Because the same shit is being said over and over again. And really, it's pointless. The people that's trying to boost Errol Spence up to be top pound for pound, kudos. But his resume does not have enough posts to stand on for him to be above Terrence Crawford in the pound for pound standing. They say it's semantics. When you say, okay, well, let's look at what Terrence Crawford has done in the welterweight. Let's look at what Errol Spence has done. No, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, dog. You know how long Errol Spence been in the division? Yeah, that's right. So if you want to be petty about it and say that Terrence Crawford has done nothing except fight Jeff Hearn and defend his title, it's more to that shit, man. It's more than popularity. It's more than saying that, oh, all of a sudden on the back end of Errol Spence's career, he steps in there with Kell Brook. He steps in there with Sean Porter. And then you want to include Mikey Garcia in there when it's feasible. And then he went in there and faced Danny Garcia, who hasn't defeated a champion at the division. He hasn't defeated a champion. The chorus is too much, man. I'm not going to put no damn music to it. Not today. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Let me see. Chino's young brother, Fabian versus AB, not Marcos, man. I don't want to see Chino's young brother. I don't want to see AB going there against any Chino. I know there's a post up there. I could have sworn it was your post that had Chino and AB. Chino's brother does not look like him. I don't want to see Chino or Fabian. I don't want to see none of them facing AB. I don't. Because you're not going to get what you got on the night that he was able to get 2 knockdowns against Adrian Broner. You're not going to get that thrilling suspense. You're not going to get that riveting moment when AB was who he was. It's not going to have the same effect. So you put Reed in between the lines, but man, nobody's talking about Fabian. And plus you have Chino up here with AB. So if that fight happens, so be it. Nobody knows who Chino's brother is, really. No one knows, but that fight happens, cool. We just need him to get in there with an opponent. I saw Pac-Man say Spence is too slow. Yeah. I mean, hey, coming from Pac-Man, I can't say he capping. You know what I'm saying? I can't say goddamn Pac-Man is capping, dog. Seriously. If he thinks Spence is slow, hey, Spence is not the fastest fighter out there. Let's be clear. I think Crawford has faster hands than Spence myself. I'm just going to be honest. I really truly think that Crawford has faster hands than Spence. This is a fight that we're just talking about the surrounding critique if they step in there. I mean, it's really a dead horse right now. I'm talking about a motherfucker that just been sitting out there and he in the third phase of rigor mortis. Seriously, this horse right here, this motherfucker been dead out the pasture for a long time. On one side, left side, right side of the street, this shit has been crazy. So I'm saying to myself, what more do we need? You know what I'm saying? Because we still need to somehow, some way get this WBA title in the hands of Crawford. So if Errol Spence fights is mandatory, and then he supposedly goes back, I don't see that happening, man. He said he want to fight 3 times this year, right? I don't know. It might happen. He had a quick turnaround. It might happen. I'm not sure. But why not Crawford? Let's see Crawford scoop up this WBA title, man. Manny Pacquiao's going to vacate. Let's get with it. I got Spence whooping his ass though. He tried to fight McGregor. Hey man, we all got Spence whooping his ass for real. We got Spence and Crawford whooping Pac-Man ass. But we have to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? We have to make the fight. Real talk. We truly have to make that fight happen. I don't really think that's going to be any fight soon. So that's why we at where we at right now. If that fight happened, Lawrence, cool, man. It's not anything that I'm going to put too much energy in. If the fight happened and Chino brother step up, cool. It's not something that I'm going to sit up here and put too much emphasis on right now. It's not something I'm going to do. Real talk, because his opponent just fell out. So anybody who steps in there with him will be short notice, and hopefully they've been in pretty decent shape to be around the weight. And we're curious to see who that's going to be. I think he needs a pretty decent dance partner right now. Just a body that's good enough to go in there and not look too bad about Adrian. AB's going to get a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Whether people just look at that knockout as something legitimate, who really cares? They just want to see AB back in the ring. He gets a knockout, cool, and then what's next? If it's just the body and he makes it look good with the knockout, people jump off for joy. You know, they're showing love. Real talk, they're showing love because AB still has that star power, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? He said Thurman 0-1 versus Barber. Man, that, believe it or not, that picture I had was, this picture right here, man. This picture was a bit over the top with the Photoshop. I took it up out of here. Yeah, I took it up out of here. But hold up. This is what it looks like for real, though. I can't believe I said for real, though. Take me back to Jamie Foxx and Live in Color. For real, though. Where goddamn Keith Thurman, man? I know you got a picture. Y'all tripping. If y'all don't have a picture out here, he got rid of the ponytail. We might have indeed seen the return. Keith Thurman, where you at, boy? Where you at, boy? Come on, man. Man, that's crazy. I forgot where I seen the motherfucking pic at. But anyway, I'm not gonna put too much emphasis into it. We just know that he has gotten that cut. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten that cut, but I'm sure Robert Garcia has someone at his gym who can be ready in a month. Yeah, Robert Garcia has plenty of fighters in the stable, for real. I ain't gonna lie about that. You got that Maurice Hooker fight coming up too, man. That's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be exciting to look at. And then Deontay Wilder fight should be up and running real soon. And for Shakur Stevenson's sake, does I still have his thumbnail up here? Probably not. Damn it. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Shakur Stevenson. Now he understands that Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton is fighting, and the boxing emperor himself may indeed get that shot. We don't know, but we shall stay tuned because the fight is going down. You know what I'm saying? This fight is going down. Jamel Herring, Carl Frampton. I believe it's popping off next month, the 27th on Black History Month, the day before the conclusion. You know what I'm saying? The day before the conclusion of Black History Month, they throwing down, man. So Jamel Herring, Carl Frampton is going down. So Shakur Stevenson may indeed get his shot at his first world title at 130. If not, the winner of Miguel Berchelt and Oscar Valdez that's coming up real soon too. So keep your eyes tuned for that. Hell yeah. Yeah, I agree, Mitch. He said that picture doctored up, but it wasn't too far off. Yeah, his hairline is back there though. We know that for a fact. Real talk. That hairline was all the way back. I'm talking about with Fat Joe. Fat Joe said, lean back, lean back. That's what the barber was listening to when he was lying to keep up. Hey, one time. Hey, I don't want no trouble with you when I give you the mirror, but I'm just letting you know I'm gonna finish up, giving you this line, but it's not, in the proximity where you think it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I know you used to having hair and people's looking at the ponytail and shit, but this hairline is like it's drifted. You understand? I don't want you throwing no punches once you stand up. Hold on for a second. What do you think about Maurice Hooker? Okay. I look at it like this. Maurice Hooker, man, the time he was stopped by Ramirez and coming back with a win, I think this fight, between him and Ortiz is something that his fans is looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I like Maurice Hooker. He every time I hear that dude talk, he remind me of a freaking taller, freaking Errol Spence for real. God damn. You know what I'm saying? But listen, he needs to go in there and fight smart against Ortiz. I was critical of Ortiz, just because people was calling him he a knockout artist and shit like that. I'm like, okay, now you're going in here with a tall fighter, Maurice Hooker. Now look, the same credence that I provide Teofimo Lopez. I'm looking at Maurice Hooker he's 5'11", 80-inch reach, y'all. 80-inch reach. This is damn near similar to that. Let me look up. Let me look up Virgil Ortiz stats as far as his height. Because Virgil Ortiz is sitting at the WBA gold right now. 22 years old, young lion in the game, undefeated. Virgil Ortiz is 5'10", 70-inch reach, y'all. Can you imagine? They're saying that Maurice Hooker is 5'11", 80-inch, and Virgil Ortiz is 5'10", 70-inch. Now you're talking about a 10-inch difference in reach? Oh, man. On paper, it looks like Maurice Hooker should have that advantage, but we all know it comes down to boxing. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't overly impressed with what he was able to do with Samuel Vargas, but man, I'm really looking forward to seeing this Maurice Hooker fight with Virgil Ortiz, because a lot of people are looking at him like he's the next best great, at welterweight. He's holding one of those straps up there in the WBA sanctioning body. 16-0. When you're talking about somebody that's holding 100% KO ratio, right? And then you look at Edgar Berlanga. The one salute they're gonna give Virgil Ortiz is that he can box. He's been out of the first round and he can actually box. That's what's different between him and Edgar Berlanga. And then we can also include Arthur Beterbiev or Beterbiev, or whatever they want to call his name. I think his record is like 15-0, 15 knockouts. Or if he's fought again, 16-0, 16 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? He another one that has equal across the board. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this motherfucking fight right here. You're talking about a 10-inch reach difference? With Maurice Hooker and Virgil Ortiz, that's crazy. That shit is insane, man. That's insane. Ramirez did him dirty from watching Ellie, I know everyone think Virgil Ortiz is better, for sure, stronger. Ortiz by KO. Man, y'all saying that my man took his first L from Ramirez at a lighter division, and then moving up a division, he's gonna get KO'd again. Damn. I don't know, man. Mitch, I can't agree with you on that. I want to give Maurice Hooker the benefit of the doubt of him getting better. He changed camps. You know what I'm saying? Hooker changed camps. So he might be better too. He might have had the wrong game plan when it came down to handling that heat from Ramirez. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that both fighters, have gotten better. Maurice Hooker does have a win after that knockout loss. So he gonna have to come in here and prove to the favorite, Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is the favorite. He's gonna have to go ahead and see, what changes he's made since changing camps. Real talk. So that's a good question though, man. I gotta put that up there for a second. Gotta put that up there. For real. But man, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a little bit over 2 hours, about 2.5 hours, man. Hey, y'all check out Team Punisher. Shout out to Team Punisher, Paul Williams Jr. up there in North Augusta. I just drove back down yesterday from checking them out and doing some media coverage. Be sure to check out their WBC amateur tournament that's popping off this weekend. It should be action-packed, man. They fighting for a WBC title. And the title looks good, man. I held it yesterday. Matter of fact, let me show you right quick. If I even can find it. Let me see. God damn it. Oh, yeah, I did. Here it goes right here. It felt good too. I would have walked out the door if it wasn't a lot of killers up in that motherfucker. Shit. I would have took that motherfucker out. Look at my WBC belt. But that's the only one, Here goes the WBC belt right there. Brand spanking new, man. That shit is brand new out the package, y'all. Real talk. That shit is brand new. It was heavy. I was like, damn. Imagine having more than one strap. You gotta feel great. You gotta feel good about that shit, man. Look, this belt right here, man, I have it draped over my shoulder because it would have been disrespectful to put it around my waist. You know what I'm saying? But that shit's heavy. Man, it feels good. I mean, the names and everything. I'm telling you, that WBC belt is something special, man. That's why it's coveted. For real. But yeah, stay tuned to Team Punisher in the amateur tournament that they have going on right now, this weekend, January 16th. I appreciate everybody who pulled up today. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share the content, man. Pass the word, and also, get that word to Team Haney on their good graces. They should be fighting Nakatani, man. Wait for that Nakatani fight instead of Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna, he might be that Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Javier Fortuna might be that Luke Campbell. That other Luke Campbell, the Cuban Luke Campbell. You got the UK Luke Campbell and the Cuban Luke Campbell. They might understand what their place is. Real talk. He's another short fighter. We want to see you in there with somebody taller and to challenge you. Yeah, just pass that word, man. You know what it is. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. What up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr. and right now you're tuned in to World Combat Sports. And you know what, people? I'm going to go ahead and show you the video right quick. Let me load up this video right quick, man. Let me show some love to Team Punisher. I'm going to load up their video right quick while I'm here, man. It's just a short clip talking about the tournament. Gotta show some love, man. Team Punisher, for real. Hold up. I'm gonna get you right. Let me see. I hope it load up too. God damn it. Let me see. Load up. Load up. Hang. Relax. Did it load? Let me see. Okay. Check this out, y'all.
This Saturday, January the 16th, at the North Augusta American Legion, we'll be doing the amateur boxing face-off, where we'll be presenting the WBC amateur belt to the best bout of the night.
Go hard or go home, and I'd like to thank WBC and all our sponsors.
Let me do that again.
This Saturday, January the 16th, at the North Augusta American Legion, we'll be doing the amateur boxing face-off, where we'll be presenting the WBC amateur belt to the best bout of the night.
Go hard or go home, and I'd like to thank WBC and all our sponsors.
Yeah, I had to show some love to the 3-time world champion Paul Punisher Williams, man. Cool cat. Shout out to him and his team over there in North Augusta, man. Always a pleasure, seeing you on deck. I still have some other videos that I got to put together, but yeah, that was just their short clip, their promo to highlight the first ever in North Augusta WBC amateur boxing tournament. So it should be extremely interesting to see the talent that's going to roll through from all over and see what's going down, man, for that belt. I guess the best fight is going to get that WBC strap. I'm going to tell you, whoever gets that WBC strap, man, that's a damn good belt to have. I don't give a fuck if you an amateur or not. Every time I see it, that's the first time I've been able to really freaking hold on to it that long. A brand new damn WBC belt, but it's nice. And it's a much smaller one than the real ones that they get, like the Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney and stuff like that. It's on a different size, but it's not the one that the trainers got, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Salute to everyone. And once again, appreciate you for tuning in to World Combat Sports.